Friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. We are continuing to look at Jesus' ascension and what that means for us as human beings, culminating this week here on Friday by looking at Ephesians, the 4th chapter, verses 22 through 24. Hear now these words. You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. You might say that this is a continuation of the thought from yesterday where we see Jesus has redeemed us in the flesh, and Paul says, therefore, we should not indulge in the desires of the flesh. Well, here in Ephesians, Paul is saying that again, your old self is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, so put on the new self. Well, how do we do that? I mean, this is the body. Well, not quite the body that I was born with, because obviously that body was much, much smaller. But this is the body that I have grown into. This is the body that I have now inhabited for 55 plus years. And there are things about this body that if I could get rid of it, I would love to. There are things about this body, if I could change it, I would like to. But yet it feels like maybe I can't. Well, Paul is not necessarily talking about physical changes, but rather he's talking about the mental, emotional, spiritual changes that will impact what this body can do, what this body can experience. My true new self will be made really mine at the point of my death and resurrection, when this body is sloughed off for the final time. But I don't slough off a body to lose my physicality. Instead, my physicality of now is expanded and is actually completed to what this body was intended to be in the first place. When Jesus rose from the dead, he did not rise only as some kind of a spiritual being without any physicality to him. His physicality as a resurrected being, as witnessed in the Gospels, is the foreshadowing of our resurrected abilities in our own bodies. For you see, what we're experiencing right now is glimpses of heaven on earth. We live in the reality of our physicality being so redeemed by God that Jesus, as a physical, corporeal human being, the human nature, the divine nature, forever fused in him, lifting us up into heaven in all the dimensions of what humanity is. And so we need to live into this reality, to be created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. That means we need to accept ourselves as God accepts us, and we need to live for God as God chose to die for us. That means to embrace who I am and live into all God created me to be, humbly, willingly, diligently, tenaciously, in every bit of who I am, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Jesus' ascension redeems them all. I invite you to come and be part of Mount Moriah as we pursue this process, pursue this goal of being fully created to be like God in righteousness and holiness. We gather on Sunday mornings at 8:30 and at 11 a.m. for worship here at 681 Mount Moriah Drive in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you are invited to come and join us in person if you have any ability to get here in that physical sense. If you can't be here with us physically, then you can join us virtually. That's still a real presence, and we we program and project ourselves, looking for the right word here, on YouTube. And so you can find us by going to our website, www.mtmoriahumc.org. You'll find the link to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see all the videos that we produce, including our worshiping in live stream on Sunday mornings, and then held as an additional viewing after the fact. Come and know this ascended Jesus and find the impact that He is making on your life. And I'll see you on Monday for another daily devotion.